The medications they've been giving to you has not been working.
It's not working. If it's working, why would I have all these lumps underneath my?
And he has written a petition to the Nigerian Medical Association where they brought one quack doctor, somebody who is not a doctor, to treat him.
To come and try and treat.
But up to now,
they don't know what they're doing, and they know they don't know what they're doing. Or else, why would I have this?
As long as it remains in DSS custody, there won't be
no trial.
So what is your application for?
Is seeking for a non-custodial arrangement by the court.
You said house arrest.
Exactly. Yes. I don't mind house arrest because I'll defeat them. In this court, I'll defeat the federal government of Nigeria. Here, the whole world will see it. Where is the treasonable felon? Where is it? All these years, journalists are shouting treasonable, treason. What's the treason today? It's gone. In some way, this terrorism charge will go. I'm thinking of another capital offense that can charge me with. Maybe, I don't know, impregnating the wife of somebody. I don't know what other thing they're going to charge me.
Are you saying you are innocent of all these charges?
The federal government, they know I'm not guilty. My only guilt is that I'm fighting for my people. And I will fight for them.
Okay, sir, last
for justice and fairness and equity everywhere.
Last question. Has your family been able to...
Anybody using IPOB to commit crime is a criminal. It's not part of this family. Our family is based on 4 cardinal points. You must be without fear before your enemies. You must speak the truth always, even if it leads to your death. You must help the poor and those who cannot help themselves, and be of good character.
All right, that is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu once again. That was after his court, hearing where he clarified what is actually ongoing currently, in the struggle. Now, you must understand one thing, like I always say, that Nnamdi Kanu is a man who is fighting for the freedom of his people, not just in any other way. He is doing it in every sense of sincerity. In every sense of sincerity, guiding his sincerity and integrity passionately. And that is why most times when I see the calibers of politicians we have currently, people who are shameless, people who do not have any integrity, I marvel. And one thing we must continue to do is to continue to pray for Nnamdi Kanu's health, because these people are trying to do everything possible to make him, go 6 feet. Then they can say he went down as a result of sickness. They are trying to do that. They are finding every way to take him totally out. You must understand this government and how they work. So please make sure that every Biafran gets this information concerning Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Onyendu, who is going through, all kind of tortures from the Zoo government. Let the world continue to know and see the kind of country that they are trying to protect. Now, having said that, there is a very critical issue that we must address today once and for all. It has to be addressed. And what is that issue? That is the issue of the high level of insecurity that is being propagated and caused by Musa men. They are doing a lot, and they are doing it too much. Now, Musa again has been exposed. Remember that this officer who was dismissed and who they've been looking for, trying to buy or shut him up. Because one thing about the Zoo government is that when you expose them, when you review their atrocity, they find every possible ways to shut you up. Now, another person, a governor for that matter, indirectly exposed the activities of Musa men. For those of you who continue to defend them, the reality is that it hasn't come to you doesn't mean it is not happening. It is happening. A lot of Biafrans are scared in their home, both in towns and in villages. These people are causing every kind of propaganda and instigating WAR in Biafran land. That it hasn't come to you yet, it doesn't mean it's not going to come. Thank God for the men on ground who have been doing everything possible to make sure that it doesn't even spread. And that is why most of you have the guts to come out and say all kind of things against men on ground. I'll be on the comment section, in the comment section rather, and I'll be waiting for your comment. If you attack, I attack you back. It's as simple as that. Because most of you needs to learn and understand what is happening in Biafran land. Especially those in diaspora who doesn't know. We need to always let them know with evidences. Please watch this video. It is very important as a true Biafran to know this information, and make sure you share it to everybody so that they will also know what is happening in Biafran land too.
Breaking news. Musa indicted as Nigeria governor exposes army involvement in terrorism and recent massacre. Hear the news in details. Wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom all over the world, you are welcome once again to Biafra Unite channel /television this very moment. Today's date is 28th of July 2025, and I have a very important information for every one of you listening to my voice right now from wherever you are all over the world. Dear friends and lovers of freedom, I want you to pay very good attention to this very news, because it's very, very important. I can assure you, my people. I want this very news to go straight to those that matter, especially those that matter in Finland. This is one of the biggest news in 2025 as long as Nigeria is concerned. I want those that matter most in Finland. I know why I'm saying Finland, because I'm not here to talk about United Nations or to talk about America or Britain, because they can't do anything. They can't do anything. That is the reality. America cannot do anything about this. United Nations cannot do anything about this. Neither should anybody expect Britain to do anything concerning this very development. So the reason why it is imperative that Finland get to understand what is going on is because they are holding Mazi Simon Ekpa, who has been exposing and dealing with all these issues, and never allow this kind of a thing to happen in Biafra land. Musa is the chief of defense staff of the Zoological Republic of Animal Kingdom Nigerian military, or should I say Nigerian armed forces. So, and he is the same man who has been accusing Mazi Simon Ekpa of committing terrorism. And now, a top governor, a sitting governor of Plateau State. I want Finland to get it right. There's a state in North Central called Plateau State. You can see it here. I want you to type it in your own Google that you may get it right. Plateau is a state in Nigeria, and it has a governor. So a sitting governor is the one who is telling us that the recent massacre that claimed the lives of 27 indigenes, 27 citizens from Plateau State happened very close to the military checkpoint. Of course, you know what that means. So without further ado, let us read the news in details. And according to the headline from Vanguard Nigeria, they said, Plateau massacre happened near military checkpoint. State government alleges. State government cannot allege. Whenever you see Nigerian newspaper using this word, alleges, they are using this word because they do not want to offend those who are paying them. There is something like allege. In Nigeria, Nigeria is structured that the state governor is always the chief security officer of the state that he governs. So when they come out with full chest to tell you that the Plateau massacre, the recent massacre that took place, happened near military checkpoint, you are here saying Plateau government alleges. How dare you use that word alleges? You can say Plateau government confirms, or Plateau governor confirms, or Plateau government stated. You see, than saying allege. How do they allege? Why are they alleging? When they are the chief security, or should I say the governor is the chief security officer of the state. So you must choose your words. You must know anywhere you cannot advise those who have soiled their hands in evil. So please, let us continue reading. Plateau state government has expressed frustration over the failure of the Nigerian military to respond effectively to a deadly attack in Bindi Jebu village, Tahus district of Riyom local government area of the state, where over 20 villagers were unalived on last Tuesday. It was not 20, they were 27. That was the official number given by the Plateau government. 27 citizens, not 20. Now, the attack, which allegedly occurred just 200 meters from a military checkpoint, has sparked public outrage and renewed calls for accountability in security operations across the state. Now today, this thing don't happen today. Even in Biafra land, a Methodist prelate was kidnapped in Umunnochi a couple of years ago in the front of military officers. In the front of the army, a prelate, a Methodist prelate, was kidnapped at the front of the military, not near military checkpoint, no, at the front of the army officers, where they mount checkpoint, at their front, where they are there watching. Fulani terrorists stopped a vehicle en route to Enugu and kidnapped all the passengers, including the driver, and took them to the bush, which the prelate confessed. The video is in the public. And he was threatened by the military for stating the obvious. Mad people everywhere. Now, in an interview on Channels Television's The Morning Brief and on TVC, both done on Friday, the State Commissioner for Information and Communication, Joyce Remnant, led bare the government's disappointment at what it alluded to as the military's inability or unwillingness to act, despite their strategic location near the scene of killings. This is not a hidden community. What we would say is inaccessible. The checkpoint is barely 200 meters from where the incident happened. It is baffling that such an atrocity could be carried out without a single arrest or any confrontation, Remnant said. This is from the government, an official statement of the Plateau state government. That is what we are reading, so not an individual, not just an individual saying. No, this is an official statement from the Plateau state government concerning the incident that took the lives of 27 citizens. Unbelievable. Now, the attack, allegedly carried out by armed herdsmen and Fulani headsmen, always call their names in full, now left a trail of devastation as homes were razed, farmlands destroyed, and entire families wiped out. Chai! Alo neme. Alo kalo neme, my people. And the so-called government of the zoo, the federal government, has nothing to say about this. No statement, not whatsoever. Nothing. While local resistance reportedly held off one group of attackers, another group infiltrated the area near a church where residents had taken refuge, resulting in the highest number of casualties. And remember one thing, that whenever the government gives you an official number of people that have been unalived, you have to multiply it at least times 3, at least, at bare minimum, times 3 for you to get the actual number. You have to make it 3 times, because out of embarrassment and shame, they will never give you the actual number of the people that were unalived. They will never give you the actual number. Now they continued. Remnant emphasized that the community expected help that never came, saying if you are that close and you engage them closely like that, you should be able to identify the route they used to escape and implement measures to intercept them. But so far, no arrests have been made. So far, no arrests have been made because Musa is on top of the game. The Fulani controlled army of the zoo is ahead of the game. Therefore, nobody is expecting any form of arrest because Nigerian army is a terrorist organization. Oh yes, I hit my chest to say that Nigerian Janjaweed army is a terrorist organization. Make no mistake. And those who came for this operation were protected by the official Nigerian army. All the arms and ammunition they used were given to them by the Nigerian army. If not, tell me, where did they get AK-47 from? AK-47 is not what you buy in the market. Where did they get it from? All the ammunitions they are using, where do they get it from? RPGs, where do they say they came from Senegambia, they came from Fotagalo, they came from Mali. Did they cross Nigerian border with those assault rifles, those weapons? Did they cross Nigerian borders with those weapons? This is very simple mathematics. But unfortunately, the world is aware. United Nations are aware. Britain is aware. America is aware. This America is aware of what is happening. They know. Everybody knows that the Zoo Janjaweed Army is a terrorist organization, and they are the ones sponsoring Fulani terrorism to take over Nigeria, because Nigerian army, even the emblem, the logo, is an Islamic emblem. So they know what they are doing. They know exactly what they are doing. It's a game. And don't forget that the Zoo Janjaweed army is controlled by Fulani politicians, Fulani top politicians, starting from Sultan of Sokoto. So we all know this because it's in the public. Now, the commissioner confirmed that Governor Caleb Mutfwang had called for immediate investigations and demand at least some arrests be made to send a strong message that such impunity will not be tolerated. It has already been tolerated. This is not the first time there's massacre in Plateau State. Why are you people making it sound as if this is the first time? Or because this one now you are beginning to confirm and confess that this one is being carried out by Nigerian army? Is that why you are raging? Is that why you are now running to the social media to speak? We all know this thing long ago. It's just that it's a pity that you people claim to be leaders, but you don't know. Or you know, but you don't want to speak. But we are here to help you because we are speaking. We are not here to generalize or accuse the entire Nigerian army. You must accuse the entire Nigerian army. This is the problem. Because they know the truth, but they don't want to say it. The same way they knew that Muhammadu Buhari died since 2017 and buried in a shallow grave in Saudi Arabia, yet they kept mum. They allow the cabals, Fulani cabals in Asorok, to bring somebody from outside the zoo and wore him a mask to pretend like Buhari. And they all knew. That's why the zoo is crumbling in their own eyes today. Because they know the truth, but they refuse to say it. Now they say, we recognize that there are gallant officers, even within Plateau State, doing their best. But clearly, there are some bad eggs whose actions or inactions are costing innocent lives, she noted. Is it my... now, Ikusigo now, what else are you going to do? Those so-called bad eggs are still there. Simply come out and say that the Zoo Janjaweed terrorist army is a terrorist organization. Police is a terrorist organization as long as the Zoo Nigeria is concerned. She further revealed that the attackers approached the village from 3 directions. One of the groups was repelled by local resistance. Unfortunately, the group that reached the area near the church where villagers were hiding inflicted the most damage, she explained. Ifugoyan. Another group went through the other side and, of course, massacred people inside the church. You have to reflect on that. Another group, why the first group was repelled or confronted by the local vigilante groups. Another group went through the other side, another entrance to the village. And the first place they targeted was the church. And they massacred almost everybody who were taking refuge inside the church. Abomination. And the United Nations is mum. Am I talking about United Nations when the Nigerian government is mum? Nigerian government is keeping quiet. What do you expect the United Nations to do? What do you expect America to do when the government, Nigerian government, federal government of the zoo is keeping quiet? Mad people everywhere. Ramnap shared the story of a local pastor who, fearing for his life, fled his home, stating, the pastor said he could not wait to be slaughtered. He left, his wife followed him, and in his own house, 6 people were unalived. In his own house. What do you call that? What can you call that? In his own house. In his own house, 6 people were unalived. Wow. Wow. Who knows how that man is feeling now? Who knows how that man is feeling now? Who knows? Chai. The Plateau State government has called the attack unprovoked and despicable, pointing out that beyond the unalivings, the attackers also set farmlands ablaze, further deepening the humanitarian crisis in the region. The commissioner echoed Governor Mutfang's description of the recurring attacks as a form of genocide against indigenous communities in Plateau State. This is not just about property or politics. Lives are being lost regularly, and entire communities are being displaced. We can't afford to downplay this anymore. Ramnap stressed. I don't have any other thing to say. I cannot add nor subtract. I want the Finnish authority to see what Mazi Simon Ekpa has been fighting to stop or to never allow to happen in Biafra land. Thank you, my people. To salo numozia and make it go viral.